Hey, everybody, welcome to today's show. Welcome to Advocate Information Highway. I'm your host, Anthony Lorito-Duke, and I have a very important topic for today's show, in which it is the ACA, Medicare, Medicaid, and SNAP benefits. So let's really get right into this. As of right now, the ACA subsidies issues has not been resolved, and there's a chance that it may not be resolved, in which if that happens, then the ACA's subsidies extension ends on December 31st of this year. And so hopefully Congress will get their acts together, get together. Uh, Hopefully they'll get their acts together and get this situation fixed before the current ACA subsidies expires by the end of this month. Now, let's take a hypothetical situation. Let's just say it does not get resolved by the end of this month. Republicans are going to blame the Democrats. Why? Because it is the Democrats that created the ACA program. Now, the ACA program is so vital and it helps so many people. It helps so many American people. Okay. And not just in Democratic states, but also in Republican states too. There's more Republican American people on the ACA program than there are if for American Democrats or American independents. And by the way, illegal immigrants are not allowed to collect this benefit, collect to be on the ACA program. Now, so the Democrats did create the ACA. They did do that. They did it. Okay. So are they partially to blame? It's when they created the program, they're the ones that uh, made it that the uh, uh, the premiums go up and so on and so forth. So, but the Democrats are going to blame the Republicans for not helping to fix this issue because of the fact that since the Republicans took over Congress in the United States House of Representatives and the United States Senate and the White House, when they first took over, they got together so fast and they fixed the tax breaks for the filthy rich. They fixed that so fast and they gave the biggest tax breaks to the filthy rich. But the Republicans do not do anything to help the American people that are on the ACA program. They do nothing for them. Nothing. Now, like I said, there's more American Republicans on the ACA program than there are American Democrats or even American independents on the program. And people are they're already stressing out about this. They're already feeling the pain. And become January of next year, just next month, they're really going to start to feel that pain. Now, the Republicans are completely at fault, 100% at fault for the cuts to Medicare and Medicaid and SNAP benefits. And the Republicans are completely 100% the ones at fault for the premiums skyrocketing for Medicare and Medicaid. The other one's completely at fault, and the American people are already starting to feel that pain. They're already just starting to feel that particular pain. And it's only going to get worse starting January of next year. Now, so let's get into the part for the SNAP benefit program. Republicans have already done major cuts to that particular program, and they are 100% to blame for that. Now, Recently, the Trump administration has requested, and I want to stress that word very strongly. The Trump administration has requested for all the states, Democratic and Republican, to submit names and the immigration status for all the beneficiaries that are on the SNAP benefit program. Now, to my understanding, all the Republican states have submitted this information to the Trump administration. But maybe with the exception of maybe one or two Democratic states, pretty much all the Democratic states have not submitted this information to the Trump administration. Why? Because the Democratic states are protecting the Privacy Act law and the federal law as well. Before you say anything, let me just stipulate this to you. It is Congress, it is the United States House of Representatives and the United States Senate that have created, they are the ones that have created the regulations for the SNAP benefit program. And nowhere in the regulations, in the federal regulations, does it stipulate that states have to submit this information to the Trump administration. Nowhere in there does it stipulate that. That's why I was stressing the words regulation and request. Now, Trump has threatened the Democratic states by stipulating that if the Democratic states do not submit this information to his administration, then he is threatening those Democratic states by saying that he will stop the federal funding for the SNAP benefits. Now, it is illegal for Trump to stop the funding of the SNAP benefits to the states. It is illegal. He is not allowed to do that. Trump and his administration has tried this scare tactic before, and the courts have ruled that it is illegal for Trump to stop the SNAP benefits funding to the states, and it is illegal for Trump to request this information from the states. Now, again, to my understanding, all the Republican states have submitted this information to the Trump administration, but pretty much all the Democratic states have not submitted this because they are protecting the Privacy Act law and the federal law. Now, if Trump really wants this information, he or his administration needs to go to Congress. They need to go to the United States House of Representatives and the United States Senate and request that they amend the federal regulations and put this stipulation into those federal regulations. That's the way he needs to do it. He has not done that. His administration has not done that. And again, courts have already previously ruled that the Trump and his administration cannot do these things, that it is illegal for them to do these things. So I wanted to stress out that the words regulations and request. Again, the Trump administration has only requested this information from all the states to be sent to the Trump administration, which it is again against the federal regulations to do so. Now, there's many people out there that are stipulating that what do the Democratic states have to hide? What do they have to hide? Apparently, they're hiding something. There's no proof that they are hiding anything. Is it possible that they might be? Maybe, but there's no proof uh, proving this that Democratic states are committing this fraudulent act. It is against federal regulations for illegal immigrants to be on the SNAP benefit program. They're not allowed to do that on the applications. There's a spot on there where people who are applying for this benefit, they have to stipulate and they have to also prove their immigration status, whether a United States citizen or um, an immigrant. They have to prove this information. So, because any information that applicants, beneficiaries stipulate on the applications, they have to also submit the evidence as well, proving this information. So, um, that's just the way it is. That's the rules. That's the regulations. So, um, will this request from the Trump administration go through the courts? Well, the most likely, maybe. Who knows? I can't predict the future, but it's happened before. So it might happen again. We don't know. But it is illegal for the Trump administration to request this information. So, with that being said, I want to remind all my fans out there that there's a lot of people out there that are living in Democratic states that are fearing that their rightful government benefits are going to stop maybe next week or whatever. But um, it is not legal for Trump to make these threats nor the requests. So if those Republican states wanted to do it, that's on them. But the Democratic states do not have to submit this information by law to the Trump administration. Now, people can have all the different opinions that they want. They can have all these different opinions that they want. And Republicans are great at twisting the truth and everything, and so are Democrats. But um, there's no proof that Democratic states are giving this the SNAP benefits to illegal immigrants. There's no proof of it. So again, if the Trump administration really wants this information, he's got to go through Congress to amend the regulations uh, for the states to submit this information to the Trump administration. So, but again, we just have to see what happens and stuff. So, um, just gotta wait and see what happens. But anyways, I want to remind all my fans out there about my website, Advocate Information Highway. The link to there is AIHNY.com. Again, that's AIHNY.com. You guys could check out all the pages on there. And so with that, take care, everybody. Bye.